Hello everyone and welcome to Confused Rifts, also known as Challenge Rifts. This is week 9 and we're using another Necromancer. This is a Skeletal Mage build, also known as Rothma's. What you do in this build is you simply summon the Skeletal Mages whenever you hit max essence and they will kill everything. You just hit land other on cooldown, you don't bother with command skeletons, and you use Blood Rush to get around to enemies. You bone spike them to get a bunch of essence back, and you pick up the health globes, and also keep in mind that the bone spike will also make them take 300% increased damage for that 1 second stun, which is pretty important. And with that, that is pretty much all you have to worry about. Pick up the health globes, and hit land of the dead on cooldown, and bone spike them. Keep those skeletal mages up, and you're good. Now let's see the 3-minute run about that I did. You can do a lot faster, I can guarantee it. Alright, now let's see those times in the comments. I'd especially love to see the times that beat mine. I mean, you have the literal schematics on how to beat my time, so technically there's no excuse for you not to at least get around to equal my time, if not better. But for some reason, I remain on the leaderboards for week 6, 7, and 8. But I post those videos anyway, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And one of those, I can't remember which one, I was actually pretty aggressively on the leaderboards, which is a little awkward. I think it might have been the Demon Hunter. I can't remember. Anyway, no, it was the, I think it was the, Crusader. I was pretty aggressively on leaderboards. Anyway, so, yeah. Post your times. Let's see those. But, let's say we have this build. Let's say this is us. Right? Let's say this isn't a challenge rift. You know, let's say we have this character. What will we do? Well, thankfully, unlike every other fucking week, I don't have to say you have to craft something. You don't have to craft anything. Who would have fucking figured? This guy's at least got his shit together. I mean, he's got this cry for help and unrerolled crowns, but that's a different story. But otherwise, you know, this is at least got some cohesion. It's coming together. He needs to get Jessiths, but that's obviously why he's running a fucking 45 instead of like a, you know, 65 or something like that, right? You know, with the set full on, he will be completely murdering everything, and compared to mostly murdering everything. And that's a big difference between mostly and completely murdering everything. So yeah, that's a big deal. Obviously, replacing the belt will be a nice thing for him as well. But I want to talk really quick about powerful versus trapped, the gems. So, Bane of the Powerful will provide you, given that you have killed a full elite pack, that's the yellow and all the white mobs that come with it, or, you know, all the blue mobs. Given you've killed one, it'll provide you 38% increased damage against other elites. Otherwise, it's 20% damage. That's not great, right? I mean, in speedrunning, it can work, but in speedrunning, you should already have the damage. So this might actually be replaced with Boon of the Hoarder. You know, if it's a regular rift. So it's a little bit awkward. The reason why we use Bane of the Trapped is because its multiplier is so out of control. At rank 77, Bane of the Trapped is strictly more damage than Bane of the Powerful. Trapped literally just eclipses Powerful's damage. I mean, literally. Because the total amount from Powerful against elites is 38%. If you have the proc. But Trapped says, fuck that idea, and will give you 38.1% damage. It's more damage against everything, provided it just has some form of crowd control on it. And because it provides a form of crowd control of everything in 15 yards, and if you can see the aura graphic that's around the character here, that's pulsing, that's 15 yards. It's actually 15.5, but ignore that. It's 15 yards. You know, so just right out to this banner here. Everything between me and that banner is going to be slowed, and therefore is going to be taking the increased damage. So, a Bane of the Trap at 25 is going to be doing more damage than the proc from Bane of the Powerful. So I'll be doing more damage to white mobs. At rank 77, the Bane of the Powerful will be doing no additional damage. It will simply have additional time on that 20%, whereas Bane of the Trapped will literally just do more damage to literally everything as long as it's within the 15-yard radius, or it is crowd controlled in some way, shape, or form. And considering we have this, which stuns things, which is a form of crowd control, as well as Land of the Dead, which also is a form of crowd control, because this rune periodically freezes things, we just get more damage. It's more damage. More damage is better than less damage. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, trapped, overpowerful. We swap out our Devour for Devouring Aura for probably something like Cannibalize. This will make it kind of like a potion because it consumes all corpses within 60 yards on button press to give you 3% health for each corpse and also 10 essence per each corpse. The advantage is Devouring Aura, you have to be within a specific radius, and you're not always within that radius. In fact, you're rarely within that radius in a lot of circumstances. And you'll have seen that, like a ton of corpses in the run that just aren't hit by Devouring Aura. But if I had Cannibalize or no rune at all, I would have been able to benefit. But because of the aura, I can't benefit. The difference is one is a button press and one just sits there and does the thing for you. That's the difference. I know that's stupid, but some people prefer the not having to press a button. But I mean, this is already a dead simple game. I don't know how much more dead simple you want it to be. Land of the Dead can be swapped out for Simulacrum, particularly for this level of difficulty. You don't need to be freezing everything on the screen. Simulacrum will just be more damage, and that more damage means you can actually be safer. I know this seems strange, but because you kill everything on screen, you will be safer, rather than freezing everything on screen and then killing it later. Simulacrum will guarantee that whatever dangerous thing is on the screen will just die, right? So it's a much better idea, and just in general, because you don't need it. Land of the Dead. I hate that they're both 120-second cooldowns, but it is the way it is. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I can go way further than this, but I think I'm going to leave it at that. Again, post your times, particularly if they're faster than mine. And I will see you next week when we get a new Barbarian build, which hopefully isn't trash. That can just be, a bunch of crafted yellows, put over it, and it'll do better. Hopefully we don't get that. Anyway, it's been Skaith, and I'm out.